Yeah, I'm detoxing for sure. Been eating a lot of snacks lately, the past like month. And of course they're healthy snacks, but still a lot of sugar. So I'm actually working on cutting out sugar, you know? You feel me? That's a big one because sugar is like the most addictive drug. Sugar is more addictive than like alcohol and a lot of other softer drugs. Like, you know, sugar, sugar and salt, low key. A little salt, not as much, but like you know, them salty snack, like you know, like a certain, like you know, salt comes in different forms. So certain forms of salt. Anyway, let me see how this sounds with the since I got the mic with the rain. Okay, dope. This actually is doing good. Okay. So it's about 12 o'clock. It's day one of my rainbow fast, working on the root chakra, the color red. Element is earth, is grounding and stability and security. Now I'm in a greenhouse, I'm in a hoop house, and this has been my project for the past like 2 months. And I'm so excited because it's flourishing. One of the grandkids did a great job keeping up with the watering while we were gone, because we were gone for like 5 days in Illinois. And since we were gone, like there's stuff growing, and I'm so excited. Oh my, because I've been like mending the soil and stuff like that. So yeah, this has been a project. It's been an interesting one, and I've been loving it. This has been such a grounding project. Coming in here by myself, talking to the plants, asking them what they need, giving them what they need, and just, you know, forming a relationship with them. It's really interesting because since we've been watering, or even if there's no plants in a certain space, I'll still water that spot. And so like stuff is coming up that like was not planted in this season. So it's actually really exciting, and like it's so beautiful to be able to interact with these plants and help take care of them and study, you know, how they grow and how they are, because you know we are nature, we mirror nature, so we are just like these plants. Stuff that looked like it was dying is coming back. You know, I was iffy. I planted some seeds straight in these beds, and I personally am not used to that. So, and I know you can put seeds straight into the bed, but I've just, you know, haven't done that. Well, I did a little bit with my last wolf location when I was in New Mexico. And so you don't want to really like water straight on the seeds because you can wash them away. So right now it's a little bit more weeds than there are seedlings sprouting. But I'm gonna just let the weeds and stuff grow because you know I don't know what some of these plants look like when they're babies. But I do see I see some plants, some sprouts sprouting. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. It feels good to see stuff grow. If this is lettuce or if this is dandelion. So basically I'm just mending like these middle beds, but like there's still stuff growing because there was stuff dormant from like previous seasons and stuff. So that's like really cool. And it really shows like, you know, things really don't die, and things don't, you know, things can always grow even if it's a year later. This is a compost pile that I've started, it's not finished. This pile is about 3 or 4 weeks old or so. You know, some leaves in there. It's kitchen scraps, of course. Some dead, dry weeds. Some bark in there for some aeration and stuff like that. Just random stuff from the property. Nothing was bought. I mean, of course, the fruit was bought, but the fruit was bought for us to eat, and then we just used the scraps. So that's called a closed system, closed cycle, closed circle system right there, where you get what you need from nature. You don't need to buy fertilizer or planting soil, potting soil. This is about to be the soil that we use, you know, in the trays to plant more seeds and stuff. They saved some mushroom trays. and I'm gonna use those to set seeds. So like, I got the system going now, and it's cool. Like, the beginning parts of gardening is like the hardest. When you're preparing your beds and you're making your compost and stuff like that. But once you get the systems going, which is the same with life, when you're learning stuff and when you're cultivating yourself in the spaces and environments that you're in, relationships, whatever, those are the tough parts, but you just got to commit to it and figure out what type of system is going to work so it can do the work itself. Because, all it is, like these plants is really growing on their own. I'm just giving them a little assist, you know what I mean? So like they've been using this area for like compost and stuff. So like this soil is, there's a difference between soil and dirt. But this soil is pretty rich in there because they, kitchen scraps and stuff like that been decomposing in there for however years probably. But some of the beds I covered in kitchen scraps, but then all of the beds I did a layer of that soil, and it was soaked too because it had rained really bad, and then I covered that with leaves. And then I still been, about every other day or so, I water these beds. Even though we didn't plant nothing in them, I still water them. And stuff is growing in them. I mean, of course, it's a lot of weeds, but even weeds, for one, weeds not really weeds. Like, weeds is medicine. When you really know what each of them are, like, weeds are medicine, like dandelion for one, you feel me? But, I feel like some of these look like flowers maybe, which is good because that'll bring the pollinators in. 5 over here. And it also may be because we know when I put the kitchen scraps in there, some of the kitchen scraps had seeds, so some of that stuff is probably growing too. Like I said, nothing was intentionally set in these beds, but they still growing, because I've still been taking care of them. Like now it's like I'm really starting to see life in here. Like, I done saw a couple earthworms in the compost, which is a great sign, because that was like, I really didn't even have everything that I wanted or needed, but it's still gonna do what it do. It's gonna do what I needed to do, in terms of adding nutrients to the soil and everything. And like these are really flourishing. Like these were all tiny before, and now they're just like tall, and these was here before I got here, but they flourishing. So it's a work in progress. I'm sitting here watering these. I almost didn't start at my root chakra for this fast. I almost started at my heart. Really, no, I was gonna start at my solar plexus, because I've been intentionally and unintentionally focusing on my root and my sacral chakra for some time now since I've been out here. But I just figured I'll just go ahead and just do it because I'm gonna spend 2 days on each chakra. But yeah, this has been such a grounding project and activity to do. I got a good schedule. I spend the first few hours after I wake up for myself, slow rising. I do meditation, journaling, dream interpretation, yoga, or I walk. It's different things like each day depending on how I feel. I just flow through what I'm feeling, taking walks in the woods and stuff like that. Then by about like 11 o'clock, I'm in here, watering, weeding, pruning, mitigating and amending the soil, and getting natural materials for the compost, flipping the compost every few days, watering the compost. I'm gonna stop rambling. This one's for the garden lovers. So yeah, back to the fast. Little quick notes before I wrap this up. When I do my rainbow fast, I do a fruit fast, like a vegetation fast. Vegetarian is vegetation. So yeah, I eat all vegetation, raw vegetation. And then for the rest of the day, I'm gonna just be like snacking on other fruits and vegetables that are mostly that are gearing towards the root chakra. Like, so that book, the self-care package book, it gives you foods that help cultivate a balanced energy within the root chakra. So woke up today and was like, you know what, today's the day. Or no, yesterday I figured it out. Yesterday I decided, because I sent my host my shopping list for this juice recipe. But yeah, I'm doing whole foods. I'm doing vegetation fast for 2 weeks, because it's gonna be 2 days for each chakra. There's 7 chakras, 14 days. That's 2 weeks. It's about that time for a snack, a little snacky snack, and then finish watering these beds, and then I'm gonna water the seedlings, and that's, I'm chilling for the rest of the day. Really, it's raining. It's not much to do. Yo, and like even this, like that was not there. I mean, it might have been like a tiny, tiny plant, but that wasn't there a week and a half ago. So like that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. And it looks like it kind of looks like a root, like a radish or a beet. Or no, not a beet. It looks like maybe a radish. Those are like radish leaves. That's it. Peace, pleasure, royal family. Until next time.